player. Fun Factory gifts for...
Now on BBC One, if you're in the mood to cook up something a little different for lunch today, here's a great idea from Kevin.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. How kind. Thank you. I'm Kevin Woodford and this is Can't Cook, Won't Cook. Now, if it's true that you can't teach an old dog new tricks, then it's probably best to start with something a little younger. So let's see if I can teach today's young pups a culinary trick or two as we meet the first youngsters keen to play Can't Cook, Won't Cook. Hello. Hello, my darling. Nice to see you both. Right, Helen and Joan Sanderson, your mother and daughter from Rotherham. Yeah. And Helen, you're still at school?
Yes.
And Joan, you work as a staff nurse. Whereabouts?
Rotherham Hospital.
Right, OK. Fantastic. Marvellous job. You have a daughter that can, can't, will, won't cook. What's the situation?
Tries.
Tries. You do try, don't you?
Yes.
And we asked your mum a little earlier to tell us a few tales about you, and she said...
Helen tries really hard in the kitchen, but she can't quite seem to get it all together. She once cooked turkey drumsticks for herself and a friend, and the turkey drumsticks were black and the chips were perfect. The one time she did get everything right, she dropped it on the floor and the dog ate it. Kevin, we would really love it if Helen could learn to cook, then my husband and I would have some help in the kitchen.
What sort of dog have you got?
A Labrador.
A Labrador. And how old is it?
6.
How long ago did it eat this turkey drumstick?
About 3 months ago.
Is it still all right?
Yeah?
Are you sure?
Well, kind of.
Kind of. You've got something in your hand. What have you got?
A picture of my hamster.
A picture of your hamster. Right, you can see him in there. Look, he's a lovely little hamster. Why have you brought him along then? Is he just a...
Because I named him after you.
Can I ask you, was there a particular reason why you named your
Because he was cute and he had whiskers.
Thank you very much. Stay there, we'll play in a moment. We're going to meet the second couple, desperate to play Can't Cook, Won't Cook.
Yeah.
Sir, how are you? Right. Lewis and May Kelly, grandmother and grandson, you're from Lancashire.
Yes.
But with a name like Kelly, that originates somewhere else, doesn't it?
Yes. My late husband was from the Isle of Man.
OK, now, Lewis, you are an active young man. You like rugby and all sorts of stuff like that, and we'll talk about that later. But when it comes to astronomy, the charts, not your field, because Gran said...
I nominated Lewis because he tries to cook, but it's not get the phone call. Grandma, please can you help me? I'm in a mess. He rings me up that often that I'm thinking extra. Okay? Out his making of treacle toffee. That was a disaster.
So what was wrong with the treacle toffee? What happened?
Well, I put too much ingredients in and the pan was very small and it overflowed all over the floor, all over the tops, all over the tables, and it went rock hard when it set and...
Chipping it off the carpet for weeks. Is that right? Did you get into trouble for that?
Yep.
Let's play Can't Cook, Won't Cook.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's okay. Right, OK, come close to Kev. Come in tight. Come in really, really tight, OK? Now, we thought that what would be nice would be to make something a little bit different, a little bit foreign for you both, right? So I want you to feast your eyes upon this. This is a lovely dish. This is, you like peanuts?
Yep. Yeah.
Brilliant, OK. Well, you're going to use peanuts. You're going to make a chicken satay, OK?
Yep.
Using the peanuts and a little marinade, and you're going to serve with that a mango and cucumber salsa. You thought it was a dance. It's a dish. Let's rattle those pots and pans. Right, what I would like you to do is I'd like you to get the nuts, the peanuts, and just drop them straight onto the tray. That's good. Pop your peanuts in the oven, and they go on the top shelf. Now, the reason we're putting the nuts in the oven is because we want to take the skins off, and that'll help us to do that. Just by doing that, that'll help us to get the skins off. Now, pick up the bowl which has got the lime in it, right? And then what I'd like you to do is put the lime on the board like that, cut it in half, squeeze the juice. Come on, you're supposed to be professionals. Squeeze the juice from half a lime and pop it in there like that. Okay? Then get the grater. Now, using the other half of the lime, I want you to grate. No, grate the green stuff. Don't. That's the zest. And watch your fingers very carefully. So grate that round, so you get some of the green off, and that's got lots and lots of flavour in it. And then when you've done that, that's fine. Squeeze the juice of the other half. Let me see. Have you got any green off at all?
Probably not.
You haven't? What have you been doing? Which end have you been grating?
That bit.
Well, where's it gone? There's none in there.
Look, it's there.
Where?
There.
Where?
Can't you see it, look?
Oh, there's one. Oh, excuse me. Right, okay, put that in the bin. Right, next stage is get the crushed chilies and just shake a little of the crushed chilies. Now, the crushed chilies are very hot, so we don't want too much. And then get the garlic. Put the garlic into the garlic press, and it's simple. Just press it down until the garlic comes out the other side, and then scrape it off like that, and that's that done. Put a drizzle of oil, that much oil.
I don't have any.
You've got it in there, look.
I can't reach that,
Oh,
look.
that's tough. You can, you see. How good a rugby player are you?
Okay.
But you're not okay. You're better than okay. How good are you?
Oh, good.
He's good, right? He's good to the degree that you had a trial for who?
Lancashire.
Come on, round of applause at this age. Now I want you to get oven gloves from underneath there, proper oven gloves. And very carefully, without burning yourself, take the nuts out of the oven. Now what we're going to do, and we need to be very careful with this as well, you'll find a clean tea towel underneath. If you can get that out, pop the clean tea towel on the board, then carefully, using your oven gloves again, just drop the nuts straight into the tea towel. Make sure they stay in the tea towel. And then cover them up like that. Pop them over there, and we'll do something with those in a second, right? And then get yourself a knife that you feel happy and comfortable with, and find yourself one chicken breast. You only need one. Put the chicken breast on the board.
Where's the big knife?
If you've got a little pocket like that, then take it off. If you haven't, don't worry about it. That's the fillet. Some come with fillets, some don't.
Mine doesn't.
Then I want you to cut the chicken down into pieces like this. So you've got 3 slices down. Right, turn the chicken breast that way, lengthways, and then cut the long pieces so you've got pieces about that size. Nice chunks, like that. And then when you've done that, nice big chunks. That's lovely.
So I did it.
Put the chicken pieces into the marinade. And then get yourself a spoon or a fork, whichever you want, and make sure that the marinade goes all over the chicken. So you've got the chilies, the garlic.
Will that be alright, 'cause I've not got anything else?
You could use that if you wanted, but alternatively, you could use this full range that you have here.
Yeah, I can't see that. Blenders
Full
are
range, sir. Full
Who put
range.
the blender there then?
Oh, excuse me! Excuse me! Where would you like the blender? Who put the blender there? That's the chicken done for the moment. That's fine. Put that to one side. Right, now let's make the satay sauce. So what we do... Yeah, scrub your hands. It's a nice idea that we should scrub our hands. You're putting your hands together because you're desperate to wash your hands, aren't you?
Am I supposed to still have this here?
What is it?
It's my fillet thing from the chicken. Or have I done that wrong? I get one.
Put it there, because you've got enough there. All right, that's okay. You can take that extra chicken. I tell you what, as a treat, wash your hands. You can take that extra chicken breast. I want you to wrap it up, and you can take it home, and you can give it to your hamster Kevin for dinner as a treat from me.
There's just one problem with
What's that, dear?
He died.
Oh, no, I can't get an OBE. I get the NBE. No. Services to television and the arts? No, I get a hamster called Kevin. He's dead. What I'd like you to do, now, because we've handled chicken, right, we're going to turn the board over like that. Right, so we've got a nice clean board. And just get the other little knife and take off the core. That's this little bit here. You see that bit there? The knobbly bit. The little knobbly bit.
But it's gone funny inside.
That's okay. No, that's how it's supposed to be. That's great. And then cut them in half and pop them in the food processor. And then pop the garlic in. I want you to put the top back on the processor.
I thought there
Throw
was
it away if you prefer. And then switch the top on.
Hungry.
Switch it off. Take the little top out there like that. And then into it, I want you to put precisely that much soy sauce.
That much.
And then put that back on again and switch it back on.
Come out, quick!
And then switch it off. Now go back to our nuts. Leave the nuts inside and just give them a rub like that. Look at that, all the little skin. See all the skins come off? Mm. Great, isn't it? I mean, there's technology for you. Now then, take the top off again and then pick up the nuts and just drop them in like that. Now whatever you do, don't take the top. Don't take the top right off. Whatever you do.
You told me to take the top off.
Sorry?
What do I think?
You can take it off if you prefer.
How many? How much of me?
All of them.
Oh, right. Just wait on you.
Have you done yours?
No, they're not all in yet. Can't just taste.
What do you think, Gran?
It needs a phone call.
You said I was. When you said you were considering going extra, I thought that was a bit harsh, but I would agree with you.
You have no.
All right. Now we have little skewers which have been placed in cold water. They've been soaked in cold water. That prevents them from going on fire. And I think that's, with you here and you here, is a jolly good idea. Stick the skewer. Yes, I can see you've done it. And then push the other piece on. So what you're doing is making a nice... Be careful that you don't stick it through your fingers. Because this has got chilies on it, you're going to have to scrub your hands again. And you've touched the chicken once more. And chicken has a thing called salmonella, and it can make you very, very ill. So it's important that you scrub your hands. you have to keep an eye on that because it's cooking. Because it's cooking. Now remember, don't touch any part of your body, like lips, eyes, nose. Take the top off the food processor. Again. And take out
The top of the lid.
the top. And then
Got no room.
into the pan, which has got nothing in it, I want you to put this mixture. So let's remind ourselves, this is chopped garlic, chopped nuts,
Can I have a spoon, please?
and some chopped shallots, soy sauce, and we're going to put a little bit of lime juice in there as well. Squeeze the juice of half a lemon into the peanuts. Good, excellent. And then add, that's great, and now add the coconut cream, all of it. There's 200 mils there. Now this makes it really rich and lovely. Try and keep it in the pan. And give that a stir around, like that. And this is making the satay sauce, right? So that's the peanuts, the coconut cream, with the shallots, the garlic. Don't you cook with the Girl Guides anymore?
No.
I always thought Girl Guides were taught to do two things, dib, 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 and cook, cook, cook. Is that not the case?
No.
So they don't teach you, you don't even do barbecue cooking around the fire and
Yeah.
gang, girly, 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 gang, gang, girly. None of that.
Yeah.
You do that,
Yeah, but we don't cook like this.
but you do cook.
Yeah.
Do you know when you get into a conversation you think, I'm sorry, I bothered. Oh, sorry, yes, just chop. Once you've chopped the mango, then pop it in the bowl.
On the bowl.
Put that to one side, add to it, that's lovely, add to it the juice of half a lime.
Got more.
Yes, you have. Juice of half a lime goes straight in. Turn the heat down under your sauce, Angel. Have you stirred it at all since I left you?
No.
You haven't, have you? Look, there's just big lumps and then the liquid goes. It's supposed to be making the sauce, you're supposed to stir it like that, look.
You didn't tell me to stir.
I did tell you, look! I did tell you!
You didn't.
You're not, are you, where's she gone now? You're not getting another hamster then?
No, my sister's got one. Oops.
What does she call hers?
Henry.
Earl Henry Kelly. Get a cucumber. I cut the cucumber like that. So you've squared the cucumber off. Look, there, like that. Just square it off. Simple. So you make a little block of cucumber. Block of cucumber. No, leave it on the board. Which bit are we using then? Put them to one side, use that. Is yours all right?
I think so.
Very professional, dear. Turn that down now. Turn that down. Right. And then, if you have a bit of cucumber left, then cut it in
It's
half
off,
length. Turn it down. Turn it off.
Off.
Off, now off. Turn it down length. Cut it lengthways. So you got 4 long strips. And then cut the cucumber that way. That's very neat. It's lovely. Cut the cucumber that way. And then add the cucumber. Then pop the cucumber in with the mango. Are you impressed so far, Mum?
Very.
Done all right.
Yeah, she is.
Who does the cooking in your house?
My dad.
Your lips didn't move then. That was lovely.
She's right.
So you can't cook either?
No,
You can't? Really, is that the case?
that's the case.
Get a spoon and stir the mango and the cucumber. And then, because it isn't finished yet, get a little bit of coriander and snip it.
Snip it.
Don't push it up your nose. That's it. You crack on. Just chop it nice and neat. May,
Yes.
tell me a couple of stories.
There's too many to tell. I wouldn't know where to start.
Who does he get his lack of skill from?
Definitely not his grandma.
My dad.
Oh, Daddy sat over there in the audience, right at the front.
How good a rugby player? Are you really, really good at rugby?
Oh.
Is that what you want to do? God, you must have got huge shoulders.
And water skis too. We like
You
his
water
water
ski.
skis.
What position do you play?
Scrum half.
Do you? Is that what you want to do when you finish school?
No,
You don't want to be a professional rugby player?
I'm not bothered really.
What do you want to do when you finish your education?
I want to be a TV presenter.
Do you, honestly?
Yeah.
I think you'll probably do very good at that as well. You're very assertive. Put a little bit of olive oil in, well done. Give
much?
that a wiggle around.
How much?
I'll tell you when. That's enough. Whoa! There's not that much oil in Q8. A little bit of black pepper. And we're ready to plate up. Plate on your left, plate on your right, and on that plate there are other little plates. Bring them all together, pop them on the board. Now what we do is this. This dish, yours is different in colour, but exactly the same.
They're nice, aren't they?
Lovely, darling. They're gorgeous, right? Transfer that mixture into there like that. Simple. Good. This mixture, this is the satay sauce. Get that. Transfer that into that little dish. Like that. Pop that down.
Oops.
Lovely. Nice and neat. Then, using the tongs, get the chicken, draw the chicken from the pan, and place that neatly to one side, and get yourself a little bit of coriander leaf, like that, and place it there. Then get a knife and a lime, cut it in half, put half on like that, sit it down, neat little leaf, you've got it, have you done it, you dressed it, you've got enough leaves on, you're happy with the amount of leaves you've got on there, are you, Lewis? And then present it neatly and say to yourselves, thank goodness it's over because it's time to tickle those taste buds. Right, come and join me, bring them in. Lovely, right, okay. Pop it down there. Now, mate, there's an interesting presentation on that, isn't there?
There is.
Isn't there really?
There is.
But he's done it right.
The lawn wants mowing.
The lawn does want mowing, you're right there. And Joan?
I think she's done brilliant.
Yeah.
Looks nice,
It
doesn't
looks
it?
nice.
Please pop your blindfolds on, and what I'll do is give you a taste of both. May, I'm going to begin with you, sweetheart. Just stay there, exactly there for me. That's fabulous, right? So, a little piece of chicken. You don't know who's created this. Where's it gone now? Open wide, sweetie. Open wide, sweetie. Lovely. Okay. And then I'm going to give you a little bit of that salsa as well. Open wide again. There's just room for that as well, Angel. There you go. Thank you. Right. So consider those tastes. Joan, here we go, my darling. Open wide. Lovely. Thank you. And when you're ready, a little bit of salsa.
At the same time.
Yeah, straight after it, so you get the combination of taste. Thank you very much indeed. Right, mate, how was that?
Chicken wasn't bad. The sauce wasn't a bit bland.
Was it? A bit bland? Well, let's see what you think of this one. Open wide for me. Thank you. Good. And a little bit of the salsa. Just pop
That's
that in.
oily.
It's oily, is it? Okay. Joan, are you ready for this?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. All right? Have some water. There you go. Have some water. It's all right, just relax. No problem. Where did I get up to with you, Joan?
I want some of that other stuff.
Oh, dear. You want some of that other stuff, right? And you shall have some of that other stuff. There you are, Melanie.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right, ladies, remove your blindfolds, please. Come in close to me. Right. Now, let me begin with you now. Was it plate 1 or plate 2 that you felt was the nicest of the two? I'm sure they're both delicious. But
Plate 1.
Plate 1 was the nicest.
Yeah.
Why was that?
The other one tasted oily and had too much chilli in.
All right. Okay. Now, is it plate 1 or plate 2?
2. I love chilli.
That means that Kevin gets a nibble because you've actually picked your partners. Oh, thank you for the word. So I'll begin with this one. They're both very good. There are a lot of chilies on that. And at the same time, that one is delicious, but it is a little bit on the bland side. If you eating the whole thing as a whole, then really one would be slightly better than the other. Helen. Right. There's a bottle of champagne. Right, okay. Now, have you enjoyed yourself?
Yes.
Have you had a lovely time?
Brilliant.
And I've not been too horrible to you?
No.
I'm going to be even nicer. I'm going to give you the jacket. I'm going to give you the hat. And I'm also going to give you a mini blender, a mini chopper, an egg-shaped frying pan, woo! And a set of cookery books by your favourite TV cook. Is that all right? Can we get a little tiny kiss?
Thank you.
I'm sorry, it's very difficult.
Oh,
There's
lovely.
very little
Thank
between
you
it,
very
but
much.
there has to be
It's
a winner
been
because
lovely.
you can see the size of these prizes. We can't afford to give them both the same. That is really lovely champagne.
Thank
Chill
you
it,
very
drink it
much.
with our best wishes. Take the
Thank
phone
you.
off the hook so we can't interfere with
will.
you. Have you had a good time?
Yes, thanks.
I've not been too horrible to you. Eh? Because you've been pretty horrible to me all day. But nevertheless, you've been a great spot. I reckon with those shoulders and all the rest of it, you'd probably make a fantastic rugby player. Go away with our best wishes. Keep the jacket, keep the hat, and I tell you what, I'll give you some cookery books as well. All right, mate?
Thanks.
Thanks very much. Thank you for watching. Haven't they been great fun? Fantastic. Really, both of them wonderful. Come and join me again soon for the biggest gaggle of giggles you've ever seen here in the kitchens of Can't Cook, Won't Cook. Until then, have a great day. God bless. Bye-bye.
One of Britain's best-loved actresses, Dame Thora Hird, tries to figure out the true meanings of words like urla, that's Call My Bluff in 5 minutes, then test your knowledge of mice. How many breeds do you know? Wipe Out with Bob Monkhouse at 12:30. Then at 5 to 1 here on BBC One, Bill Giles previews the film Jack Frost in The Weather Show.
David loves Geraldine.
So if you don't move that van, I'm going to ram it into the middle of next week.
I love it when you talk dirty.
Who is fancied by Rick.
You bunch, you!
Seeing as I'm dressed as your favourite Spice Girl.
Who is married to Diane. Kay Mellors playing the field. Starts tonight at 9:30 on BBC One.
On BBC One now, a summary of the news with Justin Webb.
On the Lancashire and Yorkshire borders,